Hey guys, what is up? It's Lazarus, and today we're going to be discussing some of the new legends and flashbacks that will be in MLB The Show 17. Now in this video, we're going to be going over some of the legends and flashbacks that we saw in the developer streams for the game, and this video is just going to be basically one big compilation of everything we've seen so far. So if you enjoy the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now the first very important detail that got released was that they were redoing the rating system. So now anywhere from 90 to 99 is a diamond, 85 to 89 is gold, 80 to 84 is a silver, and 70 to 79 is a bronze, and then of course we have commons from 0 to 69. Now I think here the only change is that they brought down the diamond overall down to a 90. It used to be 93, but now I guess they're making it a little bit easier for cards to hit that diamond status. Everything else is the same if I'm not mistaken, except for gold of course because they had to bring it down to an 89, but I think this is pretty cool. There's going to be a lot more diamonds in the game now, but the only thing I'm worried about is this could potentially make diamonds less valuable, but I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out when the game comes out. And of course, we all remember how there was multiple types of legends last year. There was of course the postseason flashbacks, the prime flashbacks, the legend series, live series, and I believe rookie flashbacks. But now we're getting some new sets and series. So obviously we have the legend and flashback sets, and in those we have a bunch of different series. We have the rookie series, which is of course the rookie version of cards. The Breakout series, which is actually brand new. I'm not sure what that could be. The Impact Veteran series, which is also brand new. Of course, I don't know what that is yet. Hopefully, we'll see some more on it in the upcoming streams. And then we have the All-Star, which could be a flashback to a player's All-Star year. I'm not exactly sure, but that seems like it's very likely. And of course, we have the postseason flashback returning. And Hardware, which is another new one. And I'm assuming that's for a year that a player won an award like MVP or Cy Young or something like that. So that's pretty cool to see. There's going to be a lot more different types of cards in the game. So the first flashback we're going to be looking at is rookie Xander Bogaerts. Now he's a 70 overall flashback rookie card from 2014. And as you could see by his stats on the screen, he's really not that good. He's actually not that bad against lefties. 62 contact and 62 power. And he's a pretty good fielder. But this isn't a card that you're going to have to go out of your way to get, and I don't think many people are going to have him on his team, but I guess it's still pretty cool to have him in the game, just for variety. Next up, we're taking a look at 88 overall Roberto Alomar, and he's a second baseman, which I think is very good, because there is not a lot of good second basemen. And as you can see, he's an okay hitter, pretty good fielder though, and he could be a good base runner as well. Now this is someone who's never been in the game before, which leads me to think there's going to be plenty of more legends that haven't made an appearance in the previous games, so this is pretty good to see early on. Next up we have 74 overall Wade Boggs, and I am really excited to see Wade Boggs in the game because that means we're most likely getting better versions of his card. Now here he's a 74 overall. He's a decent hitter. He has some pretty good vision though, and of course he's a decent fielder as well, but this 74 overall card is just another one that no one's going to go out of their way to get, so it's pretty much just an addition as a filler, I'd like to think, because honestly if you're not starting out, you're probably not going to use this guy. Here we take a look at 88 overall flashback Johnny Damon. Now if you could see in the top right of the card, right under the overall, it says postseason flashback to 2004, which as a Yankees fan is kind of a nightmare for me. He's a pretty good hitter against righties. He has 94 contact and 88 power. Lefties, not so much. And obviously every stat is also pretty decent on him. So this is probably a guy that's going to be more of a platoon hitter against righties. And he's not even that bad, honestly. This is the first time we've seen Johnny Damon in the game. So there's odds are there's probably going to be a better version of him somewhere. If not, then there's probably going to be a rookie version in there too. Next up, we're taking a look at Noah Syndergaard, a rookie flashback from 2015. Now, this card's an 87 overall. As you may know, Noah Syndergaard has quickly become one of the better pitchers in the league, so it's cool to see him getting a throwback card, even though he's only 2 years into the league, which I think is a little odd that they give him this really early, because really, he's still a developing pitcher, and I don't know. I feel like this is just kind of a throw-in card, to be honest with you. Here we have 93 overall flashback Giancarlo Stanton to 2014. Now see, this is one of the all-star flashbacks. I'm not exactly sure if he was an all-star that year, but we can take a look at his stats and see those power numbers are off the chart. This guy is going to be probably one of the better outfield cards in the game, as he has a crazy amount of power. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you get this guy, but be on the lookout for this card. He's going to be a good one. Here we have another flashback, Nelson Cruz. This one's an 85 overall. Last year we had a Nelson Cruz flashback to the Rangers. I believe he was an 87 with some good power numbers. This one's a little bit worse than that card. His contact is a little bit down. The power versus righties is there though. That's a 97. That is very good. Versus lefties, it's not too bad either. 75. He's got some pretty good arm strength too, so he won't be a terrible fielder, even though we all know the blunder in the 2011 World Series where he could have made the catch to end it, but we're just not going to talk about that for any Rangers fans watching. But all in all, this is a decent card. Next up, we have a 99 overall Craig Kimbrel, an all-star flashback, and this is kind of similar to the 99 Kimbrel we had last year, and obviously he's 99 overall, so he is very, very good. There's not much else to say. Kimbrel is probably one of the best closers in the league. Last year he struggled a bit, but it's cool to see him getting a flashback to when he was absolutely dominant. Next up, we're taking a look at 93 overall postseason flashback Pablo Sandoval from 2012 when he carried the Giants to a World Series title. We all remember his 3 home run game against Justin Verlander, and that pretty much swung all the momentum in the Giants' favor. Now, if we look at those numbers versus righties, 94 contact and 96 power, that is very, very good. I feel like this card is going to be another one of the better third baseman cards in the game, as he can flat out hit, man. This card looks to be a beast, and he's a switch hitter too, which is really helpful in the game, honestly. Hitting against the same side pitcher has always been a little bit of a struggle for me, so definitely this is a guy I'm going to have on my radar when the game comes out. Next up, we have 88 overall Josh Donaldson to his days with the Oakland Athletics before he was traded to the Blue Jays. And versus righties, his hitting stats aren't that good, but then you look at power versus lefties and you see a 99 and you realize what this guy is going to be doing for you. This is probably another platoon card, as versus lefties, if you have him, you really have to start him. That 99 power is insanely good, and there's a good chance that he could be hitting a home run off of a lefty every game you play with him against that pitcher. And of course, his fielding stats aren't too bad either, as when he was in Oakland, and still now, honestly, he was a pretty damn good fielder. Here we have a more recent flashback. We have 90 overall postseason flashback Kyle Schwarber, and wow, those hitting stats. 94 contact versus righties, 99 power versus righties, and 84 power versus lefties isn't too bad. That contact versus lefties is a little low, but that's understandable considering he is a left-handed hitter. 99 clutch. This card looks like it's going to be an absolute tank against right-handed pitchers, and this is definitely one I want in my lineup. Here we have a flashback Hanley Ramirez, 93 overall, back when he was a Los Angeles Dodger. And when he was with the Dodgers, Hanley could never stay healthy, but man, he did play amazing when he was. We take a look at some of those hitting numbers, and oh my lord. 94 overall contact versus righties, 95 versus lefties, 94 power versus righties, and 99 versus lefties. That is absolutely insane. I can tell you right now, this Hanley Ramirez is going to be one of the best shortstop cards in the game hitting-wise. There is not much better it can get than that. Of course, we have 99 overall Ken Griffey Jr., the cover athlete for MLB The Show 17, and he has 95 power versus righties, 99 power versus righties, and 96 power versus lefties. Only 70 contact versus lefties, though. His fielding stats, of course, are amazing. Ken Griffey Jr., back when he was playing in his early days, was one of the best center fielders in the league, so of course that makes sense. But the only thing is, I feel like this card is kind of underwhelming somehow. I don't know exactly how to put it, but you think for the 99 overall cover athlete, some of his stats could be just a bit better. That contact versus lefties is a little bit low in my opinion. Plate vision could be a little bit higher. But all in all, this is an amazing card, although I just feel like it's not as good as it could be. And I understand they don't want to make it overpowered, but for Ken Griffey Jr., the cover athlete, it kind of makes sense. Alright, so those are some of the new legends released so far for MLB The Show 17. What do you guys think about these legends? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, of course, be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.